Hello and welcome to the Sprint 1 recap for healthcare claims. This is part of a two solutions demo project where I created a simple healthcare claims app. Solution 1 is being created with Microsoft Power Platform, including Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power BI. The data is stored in Dataverse. Solution 2 is being created with an Azure Function Web API, a Blazor WebAssembly front end, and Sqlite as the data store. This solution will be hosted in an Azure Static Web App. I'm tracking both projects in Azure DevOps, so let's jump in and see what features I have defined. Here we have core data model and environment set up, which includes setting up the Power Apps and Dataverse environments, as well as the data schema and relationships, Canvas app development, scaffolding out our Canvas app, Power Automate integration, which includes scheduled flows, instant flows called by Power Apps, as well as triggered flows from actions like creating new claims, security and governance, where we'll be looking at role-based access, and then things environment centric ideas like variables and backups, and reporting and analytics with Power BI, which is transforming and visualizing our data and creating reports and dashboards. Testing and documentation, which will include our READMEs, our documentations and manuals, and videos such as this, as well as user acceptance testing and any triaging of flaws that the tester would find. Finally, deployment and publishing, where we will be pushing the solution into the production environment, and then finishing and wrapping everything up with a demo video. I have created two environments for this project. Both of them are developer type environments, Healthcare Claims Prod and Healthcare Claims Dev. Both of them are Dataverse enabled. If we go into our Healthcare Claims Dev environment, we see I've created a preferred solution, Healthcare Claims. As far as my Dataverse tables go, I like to keep all the markdown and diagrams and documentation, along with everything else and test data and such, in my GitHub repo. And I've created a GitHub repo for each of these projects. But here we see the schema for our provider, patient, and claim tables, and a little diagram of that I created in Mermaid. And here we have the tables created in my solution. Along with the test data that I've imported. To scaffold the very basic application, I used create from data template. And that does a nice job of giving us a tablet app, which has galleries going down each side, and then you can select from the gallery to view records. You can edit the record, and then add a new record if you want, all basically in one shot. It's worth noting that when you scaffold out that way, it doesn't include any of the lookup fields. So I had to add the provider and patient fields, and also those fields, the date fields, and any of the choice fields, like gender or specialty or status. All of those required additional programming to sync with the data refreshes from navigating the gallery and adding and editing records. Our next task in the sprint is creating a Power Automate flow that triggers automatically anytime we've added a new claim. And basically that just looks up the patient and then composes an email message, and sends that to the patient. The final task in the sprint was to create the basic claims report, at least the initial version. And so I went ahead and hooked up to the Dataverse data source and created this little report here. Thank you for watching. Next week, we'll be looking at improving the application, the report, the flow, as well as business rules in Dataverse.